Tortoises and turtles belong to a group called Testudines, a lineage that has survived on Earth for more than 250 million years. Their survival has largely depended on one remarkable feature, the power of the shell. The shell has two parts, the carapace on top and the plastron underneath, but this structure did not appear instantly. Over millions of years, the ribs and vertebrae slowly widened and fused together, forming a protective outer casing that would become one of evolution's most enduring designs. The story begins near the end of the Permian. One early reptile linked to turtle ancestry was Unitosaurus, which lived about 260 million years ago. Although it was not a true turtle, it had 9 pairs of widened T-shaped ribs, an early step toward the turtle shell. These unusual ribs represent the first stage in the long evolutionary path toward the protective armour seen in turtles today. By the Middle Triassic, about 240 million years ago, another ancestor appeared, Papochelys. It still lacked a complete shell, but its ribs were stronger and more expanded than those of earlier reptiles. These features show that the structures forming the turtle shell were slowly beginning to assemble. Around 220 million years ago, a species called Odontochelys evolved. Odontochelys had a fully developed plastron forming the underside of the shell, but its upper shell was still incomplete. This genus reveals that the turtle shell evolved gradually through changes of the ribs and spine over millions of years. Soon after moving into the late Triassic, about 210 million years ago, Progonochelys appeared. It was one of the first turtles with a fully enclosed shell, unlike any other vertebrate animal structure. The turtle shell formed when the ribs and spine expanded and fused into an external shield. This armour unknowingly became one of the most successful evolutionary designs in the animal kingdom. As turtles continued evolving, they spread into swamps, rivers and marshlands. At the same time, Earth itself was changing. The continents once joined in the supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart during the late Triassic. This change reshaped climates and ecosystems, creating new habitat niches that turtles gradually adapted to. By the late Cretaceous, true marine turtles had evolved. Two remarkable examples were Archelon and Protostega. Archelon was one of the largest sea turtles ever known, reaching 5 meters in length and weighing over 2 tons, roughly comparable in size to a modern Volkswagen Beetle. These enormous reptiles lived between 166 million years ago, dominating the ancient oceans alongside other major predators of their time, such as Tylosaurus. 66 million years ago, Earth experienced one of the most devastating events in its history, the Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction. A massive asteroid struck near present-day Yucatan in Mexico, releasing huge amounts of dust and sulfur into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and causing global environmental collapse and widespread extinction. At the same time, intense volcanic activity in India formed the Deccan Traps, where vast eruptions of molten rock released large quantities of carbon dioxide and sulfur gases, further destabilizing the climate. Yet despite this combined catastrophe, Testudines proved unexpectedly resilient. Scientists estimate that around 70 to 80% of turtle species survived through the boundary of this extinction event, an unusually high survival rate compared to many other animal groups. Several factors likely helped them endure. Many lived in freshwater environments, which may have acted as refuges. These ecosystems often relied on detritus and decaying matter, allowing food webs to continue even when surface ecosystems collapsed. Turtles also have low metabolic rates and can survive long periods with little food. Many were small and able to burrow into mud or sediment, protecting them from harsh conditions. While the shell offered some physical protection, their survival likely depended on a combination of ecological refuge, physiological endurance, and behavioral flexibility. Over time, surviving turtles diversified during the Cenozoic era. After more than 250 million years, Testudines have remained one of evolution's most enduring groups and continue to play important roles in ecosystems today. Green sea turtles, for example, graze seagrass meadows, helping maintain healthy marine ecosystems. On land, tortoises dig burrows that provide shelter for many other animals. However, modern turtles face serious threats. A common human product, plastic bags, has become one of turtles' greatest dangers. Floating plastic bags often resemble jellyfish, a primary food source for sea turtles. leading them to accidentally ingest plastic. Combined with habitat destruction, this pollution is placing growing pressure on turtle populations worldwide. Despite these modern challenges, turtles remain powerful links to Earth's ancient past. From ancient oceans to modern rivers and deserts, they connect the history of our planet with the world we see today. Their evolution tells a story of patience, resilience, and gradual change. But as the modern world changes faster than ever before, one question remains: will the ancient power of the shell still be enough for turtles to survive?